Now we're reading from the ManYoshu, which is this gigantic collection of Japanese poems. They say it could be 1,000. I don't know if it's 1,000 poems or 20 books with 4,000 poems, or if it's 1,000 translated. But it's called the ManYoshu. We have a Donald Keene guy who's at Columbia, 1965. It says 7th and 8th century Nara period. ManYoshu means collection of a myriad leaves. So we have myriad leaves of poetry. Anyways, so we're going with our favorite romantic poet, and one of the great poets is Hitomaro. So this is a classic collection which is available for free at Internet Archive. Here we have Section 8, composed by Hitomaro, who remained in the capital when the Empress Jito visited the province of Ishi in the 3rd month of the 6th year of Shinko. Here he says, the court ladies may board a boat on the Bay of Echo. Will the tide swell up to the hems of their elegant skirts? What kind of question is he asking, huh? He says, the court ladies may board a boat on the Bay of Echo. Will the tide swell up to the hems of their elegant skirts? In the boat that sails about the Isle of Arago, when the tides clash and brawl, will the court ladies venture forth? Ah, those raging waters round the isle. On the occasion of the night sojourn of Prince Karm on the plain of Aki, our prince, offspring of the bright one on high, of his godlike will, leaves the imperial city. Then along the wild path through the cypresses and brushing the thicket and the rocks, crosses the hills of secluded Hatsusi with morning, and as evening comes, he bends the waving Suzitkin and bamboo on the snow-falling plain of Aki. Then situated at Asuka in Yamato province, from the easily the empress went to visit Sima province, according to the Nihonshoku in Suma. A part of the lady's full dais I hung from the waist and covern, only the back part. I don't know what he's saying here. Here's a poem, and oh, okay. In Ida district in Yamata, a perennial grass, ears of which look like the tail of an animal, hence it's the other name, Abana, and stays the night long with grass for his pillow, remembering the days gone by. Envoys the travelers take shelter on the plain of Aki. Can they sleep at their ease, remembering the days gone by? Though this is but a desolate plain where people mow the grass, they journeyed all the way to remember him, gone like the yellow leaf. On the eastern plain the purple dawn is glowing. While looking back, I see the moon descending to the west. That prince of Hinamishi held here his royal hunt with horses, bridle to bridle. Again that time has come. Here he says, on leaving his wife as he set out for Iwami, for the capital. Along the coast of Sunu, on the sea of Iwami, one may find no sheltering bay, one may find no sequestered lagoon. Oh well, if there be no bay. This is must be an honorific title of the Crown Prince Kusaba. He died in the 4th month. The poem says, "Oh well, if there be no lagoon, upon Watazu's rocky strand where I travel to the whale-hunted sea, the wind blows in the morning and the waves wash at eve. The sleek sea tangle and the ocean weed all limpid green like the sea tangle and the ocean weed all limpid green like the sea tangle swaying in the wave. Hinter and thinter my wife will cling to me as she lay by my side. Now I have left her and journey on my way. Look back at myriad times, at each turn of the road, farther and farther my home falls behind, steeper and steeper the mountains I have crossed. My wife must be languishing like drooping summer grass. I would see where she dwells, bent down, O mountains, envoys from between the trees that grow on Takatsunu mountainside in the land of Iwami. I waved my sleeve to her. Did she see me, my dear wife? The leaves of bamboo grass fill all the hillside with loud rustling sounds, but I think only of my love, having left her behind." Is that like, well, when we read the prior, we read it,
Yeah.
it's sort of like the same one from 100 Poems, but it's probably a different translator. By the Cape of Kara, there among the stones under sea grows the deep sea Frinru weed. There along the rocky strand grows the sleek sea tangle like the swaying sea tangle. Unresisting would she lie beside me, my wife whom I love, with a love deep as the Miru growing ocean. But few are the nights we two have lain together. Away I have come, parting from her, even as the creeping vines do part. My heart aches within me. I turn back to gaze, but because of the yellow leaves of Watari Hill flying and fluttering in the air, I cannot see plainly my wife waving her sleeve to me, now as the moon sailing through the cloud rift above the mountain of Yakami disappears, leaving me full of regret. So vanishes my love out of sight. Now sinks at last the sun coursing down the western sky. I thought myself a strong man, but the sleeves of my garment are wetted through with tears. That's similar to the other book. This is this document done by, it's supposed to be very good. It's Donald Keene, ManYoshu, and it's got collaborated with a whole bunch of Japanese scholars, and they supposedly translated it very nice. Well, my black steed galloping fast, away have I come, leaving under distant skies the dwelling place of my love. Oh, yellow leaves falling on the autumn hill, cease awhile to fly and flutter in the air, that I may see my love's dwelling place. At the beginning of heaven and earth, 800,000 myriads of gods assembled in high council on the shining beach of the heavenly river, consigned the government of the heavens unto the goddess Herumi, the heaven illuminating one, and the government for all time, as long as heaven and earth endured, of the rice abounding land of reed plains upon her divine offspring, who, parting the eightfold clouds of the sky, made his godly descent upon the earth, O noble prince, child of the bright one above. I'm skipping the explanations here. New poem. Opening wide the gate of stone, at last, our mighty lord and prince, on whom the folk everywhere in the land leaned, trustful as one riding a great ship, and to whom they looked up as eagerly as to heaven for rain, hoping that if he came to rule the under heaven, he would bring to his reign a glory of spring flowers and such perfection as of the full moon. Ah, how was he minded that he chose to plant stout pillars and build him a palace high on Marumi's alien hill. There we wait on him each morning, but no word he speaks. So have passed days on days, wherefore now the servitors of the prince must go, but know not where. Envoys, the stately palace of our prince, to whom we looked up as we look up to high heaven, alas, must fall into ruin. Through the ruddy sun shines the fair moon that sails. I think he worked for the court or something. These are probably written for the French or the emperor. Built by the Emperor Timi on the imperial residence and maintained as such till the 8th year. Okay. Now, what? I don't know what this is, but here we have the darkness of night is hidden forever, alas. All right. Kept in the lake of crescent gem will not dive underwater. All right. This is presented to princess and prince. It says, jaunty water reeds growing upstream in the river of the bird flying. Drift downstream, gracefully swaying like the water reeds the two would bend, each towards the other, the princess and her consort, but now no longer can she sleep. With his 8 fine smooth body clinging close to her like a guardian sword, desolate must be her couch at night, unable to assuage her grief. But in the hope of finding him by chance, she journeys to the wide plain of Ochinu. There her skirt drenched with morning dew and her coat soaked with the fog of evening. Okay, they explain that. I don't know. Poem 36. She passes the night a wayfarer with grass for pillow, because of him whom she never the more will meet in envoy, her lord and husband with whom she had slept, the sleeves of their robes overlapping, have passed away to the plain of Ochinu. How can she ever meet him again? We're just trying to read some hitomaro from the first major anthology of Japanese poetry around the 7th century, ManYoshu. Well, haiku doesn't even exist at this time. Haiku is later. We'd have to go back to Basho. We go back to Basho. We could go back to Basho. There was a period when they went back to Basho. Who led the back to Basho period? Didn't Busan or Isha or somebody?